be 10 inches tops along that vent back and forth, and it stays in there. It's the same air. But what happens is some of the air that does get out when it's being sucked out and it's being sucked back in. If you were to model the path of the molecules of the air, what you would see is something very similar to a diffraction effect at higher frequency with speakers, but in most cases, depending on the peak velocity that that vent is intended to handle and the frequency at which the air oscillates, that effect is minimal, to the point where adding a curve or adding white flare does absolutely nothing. And more often than not, that is the case. I have one enclosure that I'm working on for a client right now that actually depends on 1.5 inch radius outward flares on either side. It's got a 2-inch wide port in it, and the velocity profile, because of the size of the enclosure, the space constrictions that I was working with, I had to make the vent smaller than I would have liked to have. I had to give it extremely high velocity profile, which, if the port terminated at a 90-degree angle, you know, going onto the face of the enclosure, it simply would not sustain as much air as I need to flow through it. So in an instance like that, yes, it is beneficial, but most of the time, it's either for looks, or I guess it's a mental thing. You feel that it's going to be louder because it looks louder.
Oh, you drugged me over.
My Tombstone 5-cent beer.
Let's see.
And my ultra rare.
Well, not ultra rare. It's just hard to get.
Monte Alban with a gummy worm in the bottom.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Like it's not ultra rare, but it is hard to get. Oh, what else? What else?
My Scorpion sucker.
Ew.
Next, TX Max T, which I believe
might be X Maximus.
Might be X Maximus from. I'm pretty sure. That's
Yeah,
what he said. He just said, "What's for dinner tonight?" And if Steve is cooking ribs again, then I'll be there. Nope. I was told that she would beat me to death if I stepped foot in the kitchen while she was cooking, and she cooked placki ziemniaczana, which is a Polish dish that kicks ass.
And not only beat you to death, beat you to death with her miracle aid.
Yes. Inside joke, some of you know about it. But I guess to answer the question tonight, I leave here in just a short while, right after we finish this, to go be with my family, so I'm going to get me some redneck food. Come on. So I don't know exactly what it's going to be. I do not care. It does not matter. My dad cooks the best food in the world, and I admit it. What are you having?
Ramen?
Are you?
Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't know yet. Just might
So you
try
cooked before?
those cutlet things tonight. But the recipe is on YouTube, and we're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
We'll get the ingredients, and I'm sure we can sort of piece it together. Plus, we have my mom who can always help with the recipes.
All right, next.
You should. I think what he was referring to was the meal that you were going to be having here, which we had last night.
Which it was at 1 something in the morning.
Yeah,
I got in at 1:30 over here to his house. We finally got here about 1:30.
Did we do anything? Oh, you had your a scorpion sucker.
That's right. I tore the hell out of the scorpion sucker.
You see the big PWK logo on the back window? Come on.
That's why everybody.
I noticed that it doesn't have a DD intertwined with it. Something's wrong there. We might have to print it up for him.
Yeah, you might have to give me some new graphics.
We got to get one of those. If you have one of those little stickers, the see-through ones.
No, we'll just wrap the whole car. Save your paint job.
Transparent. No, for my roommate.
Well,
Kyle was wanting.
Hey, Kyle.
He's wanting one of those stickers for the truck.
All right, Harry PM82. If I'm not mistaken, I think I know Harry from England. If I'm not mistaken. Scorpio or something like that. I can't remember it's Vauxhall, I think is what he had. Maybe I'm wrong. Either way, what's the requirements for an international dealer, Steve? Real quick. there's multiples. There's cascading things. We go over one thing at a time and have to make sure that each prerequisite is met. But essentially, a plan. You got to have a plan and the means to see it through fruition. Promises and pipe dreams, they don't cut it. So goodwill doesn't cut it. I mean, we've got most people that end up making it through a phone call with us. You know, mainly Jess and Andy, who handle international for the most part, at least signing them up. We get a feel for them. If we don't like them, if we don't jive, if we don't connect, it doesn't matter how much money they want to throw. That's the cool thing about this company and working for this company and being part of the family is you can't BS your way in and last very long. You know, not if we're in touch with you. It just doesn't seem to work. We're real people. We like real people. If you're one of those, then apply. If you're fake, you can try, but you just be wasting people's